How my mind plays.
Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it safe, don't fade away.
Look how my mind plays. Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it safe, don't fade away.
Look how my mind plays.
Hey, it is your boy Boom Derek, and do I have a story for you? Yes, as you can read, this is my first time ever being pulled over. It's not recent. It was my first time ever when I was 16 and a half years old. This is how the story goes. This is probably the first time my parents have ever heard the truth on what happened. They don't know the true meaning of why I got pulled over. And I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, if you are watching this. I'm sorry. But alright, this is how it goes. So it was my junior year of high school after a football game. At this time I wasn't playing because I got injured and I had to have surgery, so that's a different story. But yeah, I wasn't playing at the time. I would go support my team, of course. You know, I was a team player. That's what I did. So the game ends at 10:30 California. They have a curfew for teens. I think it's either 10:30 or 11. And all I know is that my parents are pretty strict on that, you know? They were at the time. So they understand that I have like a 30-minute period or whatever after the game ends. I get home around 11:15. That's the time I get there. There's no traffic, there's nothing. The only traffic there is getting out the parking lot. What I did, step one, that was stupid of my part, was that I took people home when I was supposed to. At the age of 16 and a half, you're not supposed to drive people in California. You have to either be 17 or have a full year of driving before you can drive people. And my parents, like I said, my parents are very strict on that, you know, on the law, on all that. So they wanted me to be alone and get my driving myself. So yeah, that was step number one. That was stupid of me. And I took two friends home. One lived about 15 minutes away from the high school, so it was already 11 o'clock and I wasn't even close to home. I live like 30 minutes away from home, so that's what sucked. And yeah, I don't know why I went to that school if I lived 30 minutes away. But anyway, so I would drive out to school all the time. I made the mistake of taking my friend and being so late. So I was scared, you know, my parents were gonna get mad and be like, where you at? It doesn't take you this long to get here. If you were hanging out with your friends, you should have told us. I don't know why you didn't. You know, just stuff like that. And I didn't text him. I'm not saying to lie, but I didn't text him saying, you know what, hey, there's a lot of traffic getting out of high school or something like that, you know, of the parking lot or something like that. So I'm just gonna chill for a little bit, let it die down. That's what I'm gonna do. And no, I didn't do that. I tried to beat my curfew. I was racing. So like I said, I lived 30 minutes away from my school at the time. Yeah, so I was racing to get there. I was hitting 95. I was racing to get there. Like I said, it was stupid of me, really stupid. So about 4 miles away from my exit that I had to go to, I was being followed. And yes, I was being followed by the cops. And me being dumb, I never looked in my rearview mirror or anything like that. I was spaced out. I was so concentrated in going fast. And so I get off my exit. Lo and behold, got pulled over. Your boy was super scared, like extremely scared. I was like, why did I do that? I'm stupid. There was no point of me, you know, speeding. So he pulls me over. He goes, hey son, do you know why I pulled you over? I was like, yes sir. I was speeding, you know. I was scared, I was shaky. I was like, no, my first ticket. I haven't even been driving 6 months, and I think I had like about 4 months. He goes, you know how fast you were going? I was like, no sir, I don't. He goes, you were going 95. I was like, oh, I'm sorry sir. He goes, what were you thinking? What was your rush that you had to be hitting 95? And I gave him the reason of my stomach hurts, sir, I'm sorry. And then he's all like, that's not an excuse, son, to be driving 95. He goes, give me your license and registration. I was like, damn it. All right, so I gave it to him. And then another cop pulls up behind him, and they talk, you know. They're like, what did he do, blah blah blah, whatever they were talking about. So the cop comes to my passenger door. He asks, he goes, so what was your reason for speeding, man? I was like, sorry sir, I just had to go to the bathroom. He goes, give me your father's number. I was like, okay. I gave it to him. At first I was gonna give him my friend Jeff's number, and I'm gonna be like, hey Jeff, you know, I was gonna text him real quick, hey Jeff, I got pulled over, pretend you're my dad. But then in my head I was like, you know, what if he doesn't answer? What if the answer, the cop calls him, he's like, hell nah, you know, Derek's not my son, he's my friend. That was what was going through my head. So I gave him my dad's number, and the cops, they're in the car for a good 15 minutes. It never dawned on me that they called my father. I thought, you know, they were gonna run his registration or something and give him the ticket, because I was new at driving, so I didn't know what they do. Then both the cops, the cop that pulled me over is on my driver's side, the one that came second was on my passenger, and the cop on my driver's side says, son, lucky you have a father like you do. He answered, I told him what you did, and he's waiting for you at home. You think about speeding before you do it, because you could have killed someone. You could have killed yourself for speeding. And I was like, oh, okay. So I get home, and I try to open my door. I was trying to be sneaky, like, or no one's gonna hear me get there. The lights from my car flashed in my parents' window, so at first I didn't think that. And then when I tried to creep into the door, our door at the time made a loud noise of the slower you went, the louder it got. So that was one. And then I tried tiptoeing down, and all I see, the only light on, was my parents' room. I peeked my head around the corner, and lo and behold, my dad's just standing there waiting for me. I think he had a belt in one hand. So I was scared. I was like, no, your boy's gonna get the beating of his life. All he says is, give me your keys. I was like, all right, give him my keys. He goes, how could you be so stupid? How? You could have killed yourself. You could have killed someone else. You could have taken someone's life. Like, why? What was the reason, Derek? What was the reason? Told him I had to go to the bathroom. He goes, that's stupid. He goes, I'd rather you poop on yourself, he said the S word, than you risk your life and kill someone else. And the reason was because I drove my friends home, and I wanted to get some taco shop. I didn't mention that. I wanted to get some carne asada fries from up the street, and we closed at 11:30, so I was racing. I messed up. Took the keys. He goes, you know what, you're not gonna drive till I feel like it, because that was just a stupid reason, Derek. So they never knew I drove friends home, and they didn't know the reason was because I wanted some carne asada fries as well. That was me being stupid. Guys, whoever's watching, if you guys drive, if you guys are just getting your license, don't be dumb. Don't speed. Don't do what I did, because it's true, you can't take someone else's life, you can't take your life, and you could get really hurt. So don't do that. It's better to be late than take your life or someone else's life. So hope you guys enjoyed this little story. Never told this before to anyone except my closest friends, and I guess my parents just found out. I'm sorry guys, I love you. Now you know my reason. Kids do stupid things, but we all learn from them. I thank you guys for watching. God bless, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Hey guys, if you guys enjoyed that video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to subscribe down below and watch the video from last week on this tab right here. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.